This city has been around for over 1,000 years, yet it is more alive than ever before. Welcome to Designing Your Travels. In today's video, we're going to guide you through Hanoi as best we can, because believe us when we tell you there is far too much for one video. The capital of Vietnam is located in the north of the country, and it is jam-packed with archaeological wonders and history that you won't find anywhere else in the world. So sit back, relax, and enjoy as we take you through the ancient city of Hanoi. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Hanoi's Old Town has a history that stretches back 1,000 years and is filled with a maze of discoveries. The Old Quarter can be quite a hectic place, so we'd recommend hopping on a bike, as the locals do, to fully take in the sights. There are 36 streets to explore, and they're all named after the trade that was based on it. Hang Bak, or Silver Street, still houses jewelry stores and money changers. Hang Ma is where the locals go to buy religious goods. And Hang Gai, or Silk Street, is named after the famous pink dye that was traditionally sold here, that was used in clothing. Make sure to explore some streets on foot and have your camera at the ready. The vibrancy of the streets will amaze anyone who steps foot in them. While you're in the area, make sure to visit Ho An Lake, which sits at the very heart of the city. Legend has it that in the 15th century, heaven sent the emperor a magical sword, which he used to run out the Chinese from the country. It is said that once the war had finished, a giant gold turtle snatched the sword and disappeared back into the lake to give back the sword to its divine owners. If you're an early riser, then you'll be able to watch the locals practicing Tai Chi on the shoreline. If you're a night owl, then you'll be able to witness the traffic being stopped for the party atmosphere that ensues each night around the lake. It really is a worthwhile experience, trust us. Right next to the lake is the Nok Song Temple, which is Hanoi's most visited temple, also a must visit while you're in the area. Make sure to walk down Train Street before you leave. Yes, you heard us right. There is an actual railway line that runs through the street. Totally Instagrammable and very interesting to see how locals manage life between the tracks. For the best local food in the area, we recommend heading to Hoan Kiem Street, where you'll be able to enjoy a bowl of nom bo ko, beef jerky and papaya topped with crunchy peanuts. For the most famous pudding in Vietnam, Che, then Che Bon Mua restaurant is your best bet. Next up is the central sector of the Imperial Citadel of Thang Long, which is actually so beautiful it has been given the coveted label of being a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Built in the 11th century, it was constructed from the ruins of an old 7th century Chinese fortress and has many architectural marvels inside to discover. Our recommendations would be both the main gate and the main northern gate, as well as the Kinh Thien Palace and the Hanoi Flag Tower. In 1886, the palace was actually destroyed by the French and rebuilt for their army, but the original foundations still stand today, as do the incredible stone-carved dragons outside the main steps. The Hanoi Flag Tower was probably one of the only structures inside the citadel that the French didn't destroy, and has an incredible height of 60 meters. Finally, and we think this is the most impressive of all, is the archaeological site filled with diverse relics still being found today, including porcelain from West Asia, China, and even Japan. The Citadel is open to visitors on weekdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m, and an entry ticket is 30,000 Vietnamese dong per person. Our next pick is actually right across the street, and it is awe-inspiring to say the least. The Temple of Literature is known for being the first university in the country, and was built in 1070. The entire complex is divided into 5 parts, which means you can spend the entire day strolling through the complexes, each as different as the last. Entry is 20,000 Vietnamese dong, and it is entirely worth it in our opinion. There is no standout within this complex, it seems to tell its own story in our eyes, but for the best photos, make a note to visit the Thien Quang Well and, of course, the 82 doctoral stone tablets, recording the royal examinations held under the Lamac dynasties in Van Mu. Feeling overwhelmed? We are too. To give yourself a breather, we recommend heading to Westlake, which offers not only the lake but unforgettable food. The views are unrivaled, but why not enjoy them whilst eating some freshly caught seafood? Want to hear more? Then head to Sen West Lake Restaurant, where you'll be able to enjoy a buffet until you have no room left. It is heavenly. You'll be able to walk around the lake as you're walking off your food and glimpse at the Tay Ho Pagoda and Tran Quoc Pagoda, one of the oldest still standing temples in Vietnam. Better yet, why not book a stay in the Intercontinental Hotel on the lake? Enjoy the views and the food all week long. If that sounded like a good idea, then we recommend you make your booking through agoda.com and save up to 70% on various hotels worldwide, including Hanoi. We're sure you'll find the best deals there, so we'll leave a link in the description below. Let's talk museums. Vietnam is full of them, mainly because they have such a rich and storied past to tell us, and we love it. First up is the former Ho Lo prison, nicknamed the Hanoi Hilton by American prisoners of war. Most of the museum is focused on the Vietnamese struggle for independence from the French. It actually houses a French guillotine that was used to behead the Vietnamese revolutionaries. Gruesome to say the least, but a part of history nonetheless. There are also exhibits relating to the American prisoners of war, such as Pete Peterson and former Senator John McCain. It shows that the prison was never a very successful one. Supposedly, hundreds managed to escape over the years, over the wall or through the sewers. Sticking with our war theme, we move on to the Vietnam Military History Museum, which is absolutely fascinating. It has propaganda, photos, as well as original documentation from the wars against France, China, and America. And if you venture outside, you'll find planes, tanks, and helicopters from the Vietnam War, or the American War as it's called here. We will take a step back from the war-torn past and move to the artistic side of Vietnam, encompassed in the Vietnam National Fine Arts Museum. The museum's mission is to preserve, display, and inform on the enduring artistic heritage of the local people. It has a collection of over 20,000 objects, with only 2,000 displayed at any one time, from the prehistoric time to present day. Alternatively, head to the National Museum of Vietnamese History, which holds fascinating pieces that date back as far as 10,000 BC. If you're looking to better understand the life of Ho Chi Minh, no, not the city, the nation's founder, then the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum Complex should be your next stop. It's a huge memorial site in Hanoi, in the center of Ba Dinh Square, and was inspired by Lenin's mausoleum in Moscow. Go figure. It is a funny story though, as Ho Chi Minh actually wanted to be cremated and spread across his country. Instead, the Vietnamese government ignored his wishes and had him embalmed and placed in a glass coffin for all to see in the center of the square. There is a daily change of guard, which is definitely a sight to behold, and you can easily take stock on your way to the one-pillar pagoda. It's only 3 meters in size, sits on an artificial lake, is revered as one of the symbols of Hanoi, and is certainly the most unusual of the hundreds of pagodas in the city. It was designed to resemble a lotus blossom, which is of course the Buddhist symbol of enlightenment, and let us tell you, you will certainly feel enlightened when you visit it. If you're looking for something to do in the evening in Hanoi, the city literally comes alive. Trust us. For an easygoing night, we recommend going to the Thang Long Water Puppet Theatre to catch a show. It is a very easy way to discover the beauty of the unique Vietnamese traditional art that has been brought to over 40 countries around the world to this day, and is surely something that you cannot miss. For those looking for a few drinks and to chill out with friends, we would recommend the Fat Cat Bar in the Old Quarter for the perfect music level and fun atmosphere. Finally, for those that want to let off some steam and stay up all night, then the Opera Nightclub is for you. It has cheap drinks and deals most nights, and it stays open until 2 a.m. Of course, on your way home, stop by one of the local vendors and have a delicious bowl of pho. Or if you're not feeling it, then there's always the favorite McDonald's or Burger King to choose from. How boring. Finally, let's talk about the weather. Hanoi is located in the north of the country and enjoys a cold season, meaning it can feel quite cold from November to February. This is usually the best time to visit as the weather is dry. March, April, and October are also good options as well, before the humidity picks back up, and you should expect temperatures in the high 20s. Please note that the warmer weather also means that the prices will be higher, as these are the most popular months for the swarms of tourists, so we recommend you plan accordingly. There are hotels and hostels that suit all travelers. For the extravagant, we recommend the usual Sofitel, JW Marriott, or Hilton. You really can't go wrong, can you? For those of you who are looking for a truly budget-friendly experience, then you should stay at either the Funky Jungle Hostel or Hanoi City Backpackers Hostel, with prices starting from as little as $10 a night. See, there really is something for everyone. And if by any chance you didn't like any of these options, look no further than the link for agoda.com in the description below to get the best prices on 2 million plus properties, hostels, hotels, and resorts worldwide. That concludes our review of the amazing Hanoi. What did you think? Is there anything we didn't mention that you think we should have? Please let us know in the comments below. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel, where we post travel-related content every other day. As always, safe travels.